Okay. Everything's set up. I got a little distracted, but all is set up now. Welcome, Poppy. Oh, hold on. I keep forgetting to enable the application for that. Gotta set it up. Hold on. It takes a little bit to set up the system. There you go. Alright. That sound, by the way, is actually one of the death sounds for the monsters in this game that we're going to be finishing up today. Modern technology, yep. So, we're at the very end game of Bloodstained now. We probably will finish it. I still need to make changes to the noises at some point and make it so I've got something more, more horror themed to fit with all of me. Well, yeah. Yes, horror themed. Like I said, I need to work on it to make it more horror themed. It's very scary. Let's move over to the game screen. Ugh. I hope that cough goes away soon. But, one of the things I noticed, actually, is that my birthday is going to be the next... Why did it start on the other screen? What? Something ain't right here. This is the wrong monitor. Hold on, what? Oh yeah. My Switch is on. I forgot about that. There you go. Hello, Gabe. Let's see, what's going on here? Let's see if that helps. Gotta love tech issues. They're everywhere. And it is technically on Switch, yes. You can play it on Switch if you want to. I hear that the Switch port, when it first came out, was kind of spotty. Yeah, like that. But,
I...
Every Switch port team seems to be spotty. That it does. It's a reoccurring problem. Yeah, a lot of the sound effects I got here are pretty good. I like them, but I also need to have more, thematic sound effects at some point. There's also other redeems as well, like, I think I still have the push-ups and squats. But yeah, this is a Metroidvania. Oh, I completely forgot that there was an ice element, like, right outside that door. Crystal armor. P-max up. Weighted ring. What if someone had 1,000,000 points and played fart sound effects and squats all over 1 hour? I think right now the only person who can realistically do anything close to that is V-Sheep, because V-Sheep is here quite often. Yeah, I should probably check what that crystal armor does. I see. I know exactly what it does now. It sucks. It spits out monkeys? Almost perfect timing. Well, I killed the monkey immediately. Oh, there's the Warhorse's key. I see. There's a lot of things here. Timing's a little off there. Getting close. But yeah, we're like in, I think, the final area of the game. I don't think there's much left from here. There you go, you nailed it. Ow. This place hurts. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, I didn't make any food. That's gonna be a mistake soon enough here. Forgot to change my reflector ray. You'll starve and die. Thankfully, there's no starvation mechanics in this, otherwise that would be awful. But there are, however, plenty of high damaging monsters, and there's an item limit on potions. Ouch. It doesn't help that you blend in with the background, mate. This is one of those games where eating food means surviving, because it means that you're having more...
I have you now.
healing stuff. Oh, yeah, it's this man. It's Solid Snake, but he's a samurai.
Fool, you just made your last mistake.
What?
Good luck, Miriam.
You may possess the blade now, but without him to wield it, it poses no real threat to me.
Wrong, demon. Songetsu's wrath and mine are now one. You used Jeeble, and now you will pay!
Very amusing, wench. I do not have time for this. But, seeing as I need your crystal, you leave me no choice.
Your wretched plans end here!
Baal, King of Kings, must be summoned. Prepare to be brought in line!
So, I'm going to imagine it's actually going to force me to use this Zangetsu. Ow. Oh, instant curse? Oh, we got Death's Scythes, even. Oh, that is impossible to avoid there, wow. Ouch. Just run straight into that one. What are you, Death Scissors from Devil May Cry?
The moon is full. Your final hour has come.
Ouch. You can duck in this game. Yeah, I do not have enough healing for this fight. Yeah, I should probably head back to the town and get some food. Because I am not in the greatest healing department right now. Oh, and it went the other way? Whoops. This game continues to do its weird difficulty thing. Game with duck or gun grapple. Yeah, grapple hook is a lot of fun. Not enough games have them. What was down here again? There's a chest. Everything hits like a dump truck in this later part of the game. Just gotta say, I hate the elementals in this game. They are the worst enemy type. Bad games recently have realized the power of grapple hooks. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it took them as long as it did. Like, Halo Infinite has a grapple hook, and it is great fun. In fact, I think it makes the legendary difficulty actually tolerable, because to be perfectly honest, if Halo Infinite did not have its grapple hook, legendary difficulty would be really annoying. And, like, not even remotely fun. The grapple hook is basically saving the game when it comes to higher difficulties. I can't wait for that to get, like, co-op, though, because it's been a lot of fun solo, so... Can't wait to see what it'll do
What are we transmuting this
when it's,
time?
you know, got everything.
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
Okay. How much does cheese heal again? I forgot.
I'll go with this. I'll go with this. Great.
Though the grapple hook in Eternal seemingly came at the cost of most things outside of combat compared to 2016. Barely played Infinite. I mean, I've barely played Infinite as well, but it's still a really solid game, and I think it deserves all of the praise that it's gotten.
The truth about your slumber, Miriam. As I suspected, it was Alfred's doing.
Why did Alfred choose me?
To create a catalyst capable of stopping time must have taken years upon years. He only had time to save one of you.
But why me then?
Because you were the most attuned.
Zangetsu said the same thing.
To put it a different way, if all the crystal of all the Shardbinders had been brought together to create one big catalyst, then your power would have accounted for half of it.
I'm not sure if that's something to be proud of.
With half the catalyst's power missing, Alfred knew the experiment would fail. Blood would be spilled, but at least the world would have some chance of being able to stop the demons. Granted, even half the Shardbinder's power caused unthinkable tragedy.
Yes, it did.
But Alfred must have realized the experiment was going to proceed regardless of our objections, and decided half measures were better than no measures at all.
It sounds as though you found a little forgiveness for him.
Solid because it has fun grapple hook. I think it's also solid because, for the most part, it just has a really satisfying lineup of weapons. They're not the best weapons in Halo, I will admit that. A lot of them, I think, still need a ton of work before they're good.
What does it say?
Oh, she's actually got something to say.
Out in the great garden, seek the lunatic moon.
The moon. Of course. So that's where I should go.
Oh. So that's where I should have gotten that hint, huh?
You understand what he means? Whatever it is, it sounds scary. Now would be a good time to stock up.
Wish the shotgun was a bit more powerful. The shotgun, the mangler,
What would you like to buy?
honestly, everything.
Oh, what would you like to sell?
There's a lot of things that need to be a bit more powerful. The mangler is good. I have not had much luck with it myself.
This was leisure doing business.
For me, it spends most of its time on the ground, not being used. Especially in the multiplayer.
Is this what? Oh, thank you.
Plasma rifle, or whatever. Oh, the storm rifle. Oh yeah, it's one of those things you have to have scoped, or it sucks. I think that's the one that it is. Oh dear.
Oh, what would you like to sell?
Egg. Yeah, I need to remember what I need to craft certain foods.
What are we transmuting this time?
Let's see, apple 3, rice 3.
Come back anytime.
Oh, well. Oh, what would you like to buy? Is this? Oh, thank you. Is this? Oh, thank you.
I will say that I'm not too keen on the way that crafting is as big a thing in this game as it is. Because some of the best equipment you can only get by crafting.
This time? Stop back.
Holy water, egg, good inventory. Yeah.
Here to plant something?
Can you plant this?
Sure.
Got any?
Here's what I've Good work.
Got any targets for?
Here. Good. Have you? Here's. Good.
Got it.
Good. Have. Good.
Yeah, that sound doesn't get annoying at all. But yeah, that was one of the quests. I needed to do that because it gives me stuff, and stuff is very useful. Does it show level at all? Okay, so I am the level for everything. So... Or... almost. I guess everything's level 45 here. Which is very weird. Never mind, I'm level 41. Still can't get over how Kingdom Hearts 1.5 made crafting the Ultima weapon, the weapon you can only use for like 10% of the game, insanely grindy and harder to craft than the original. I wish I could remember which weapon it was, but I seem to remember there being a weapon in Castlevania Curse of Darkness that you can get later on. It's like the best weapon in the game, but to use it, you need to actually have crafted basically every item in the game. Because the ultimate weapon for every weapon type in Curse of Darkness requires you to have used every single weapon of that type. And I mean like every single one. Also Ultima weapon. Does it require, like, everything of a certain weapon type to craft? Because when it came down to, the best weapon types of, well, anything, every craft must be done before. Oh, that's always fun. Don't I still have katana expertise somewhere? I swear to God I used it at some point. Okay, I don't think I did. I might need to go back real quick and get katana expertise. What does the Kitsune mask do? It gives me curse resistance, but it also just has better defense than my other accessories. Also, this game is very bad about pacing in terms of difficulty, because it was relatively smooth sailing for most of the game, and then like for the final 3 or 4 areas it just got to a point where every monster was able to kill me in 10 hits or less, and it's just like stop please. I need to go back, get katana expertise, because I apparently never gone off and did that. Enemy, do not kill. Yeah.
Hi, Mir. So, what did
Okay. I think I have to craft the shard first. Yep.
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
What's the next thing I need for katana expertise? The Nodachi? Writhling? Is that a thing that was there?
I'll go with this.
Ooh, I like it.
go with this.
Guessing I still need more Nodachi. Yeah. Oh, Rising Limb. When you space it out like that, it's kind of hard to read with Twitch chat. I need more iron.
Pace yourself out there.
Oh, hello. Oh, what would you like to buy?
You wouldn't happen to sell iron, would you? You don't? Shh, damn it. Well, this is as good as my katana expertise is going to get. Twitch removed all the spaces? On my end, the spaces are intact. Or at least, unless you mean the ones between the words, in which case, yeah, they removed that for sure. So here's another thing I'm not too fond of for this game, at least for its final part. This Sangetsu is supposed to be the only weapon that can deal with this final boss. Because it's the Banisher of Demons or something. And that's already kind of ugh, because forcing a weapon and it not being the most powerful weapon in the game is always kind of not rad at all. So here I am, forced to use a weapon type I haven't used at all during the entirety of this game. It's weaker than the weapon I was using before, the Deathbringer. I think it's weaker by 100 points even. And I have to use it to beat... Yorm the Giant you could actually kill without the sword. However, this boss, I'm pretty sure is completely immune to damage from anything but this.
You may.
Ouch. Gotta heal a bit. Unfortunately, there's not really potions above the...
Final hour has come.
Man, that is such a really hard move to dodge. These moves do not complement each other in the slightest. My one request, can we not have contact damage in 2022? These moves do not complement each other in any... Well, they complement each other, but they're not, like, very easy to figure out as a means to dodge. It's especially bad when those little sickles are constantly blending in. Yeah, they are incredibly ineffective potions. Welcome to Bloodstained. It tries to be hard in, honestly, all of the wrong ways. I like the game, but man, it needs some work. There we go, Jesus. Dimension shift. Warp a short distance in the designated direction. Can you heal me? I know you can heal me for further than this.
Dimension shift!
Oof. It's like walking, but slower. It's made specifically for one room, and I know exactly where it is.
Take this!
Ouch. Please stop.
Take this!
There we go.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Oh!
Capacity up. You know, I've been getting these capacity ups because you can use firearms in this game, but I've never once found firearms useful. Yeah, that was the one room. And there's another boss here, so here I am going back to get more potions. Because if it wasn't for potions, I would have completely died in that last encounter, so I don't want to even know what this next one's going to be.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
I can use that to skip quite a bit.
Dimension shift!
That'll actually make it a lot easier to traverse. So this might actually be pretty good. I'm glad she shouts her move. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, there are certain moves that she shouts the name for, and then there's other ones that she says nothing for. And those tend to be my favorite moves because she actually doesn't say anything for once. Instead, just making generic attack sounds.
Hello, miss. Oh, what would you like to buy? Is this what? Oh, thank you. Is this pleasure doing business? Is it? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like that, doesn't it? Alright, let's just buy a crap load of these. Because those can heal as well. It's not going to be much, but the more heals we can have, the better. Alright. I don't know exactly how much more of the game is left. For all I know, there's probably, like, nothing. Ouch. That was a bad one.
Dimension shift!
It's much easier to avoid when they're not looking at you the first time.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
I hope if they ever make a sequel to this that they drop the whole shout the name whenever you use the move thing. I don't really like that in any game. Anyone who's played a Sonic game can probably remember, you know what they say, the more the merrier, being spammed 24/7. She was a demon all along. Just like what was heavily hinted at beforehand.
So even Gremory has failed me. Alfred was afraid of what you could do with the shards, but not I.
Look at you. Is that what you wanted? The crystal? You betrayed us, Dominique.
Oh, don't think me ungrateful. I have you and Johannes to thank for teaching me the alchemist's lore and how to control the shards.
Why are you doing this?
Because once again, the demons appeared, and once again God stayed silent, while his servants were slaughtered mercilessly one by one. So I began to wonder, what if there is no God? What if the Lord we grovel and pray before is a lie, and our faith draws power from some other nameless, unspeakable thing?
If so, I wash my hands of it, because God can rot.
I decided to seek a higher power, The power to slay gods.
Do you realize how many people have died as a result?
They deserve to die because they were weak, and more will follow until I obtain all I desire.
I've heard this speech like 1 billion times.
Whole mess wasn't enough for you?
If the last summoning had been enough, I wouldn't have had to bring you here.
You're after a more powerful demon. Sheeple's crystal wasn't enough to summon it, so you needed mine instead.
Smart girl. I like that. But your crystal was too clean, too pure. So I made sure you would obtain shards and acclimate yourself to demonic power. Then Gremory could possess you after the battle with Jeeble had worn you down. If Zangetsu hadn't betrayed me...
Doing the right thing isn't a betrayal.
You know what? I never expected to be put in a corner like this. You leave me no choice but to play my final card.
I'm going to read the Bible!
I will use my crystal and the Libelogaiath to summon Baal, the ultimate demon!
Do you realize what will happen to you?
Do you? You don't. So I'll tell you. There's a reason Jeeble survived 10 years ago.
What does he have to do with this?
It was in his blood. An exorcist, like me. Our blood suppressed the crystal corruption and effectively spared his life. And now I have surpassed him. I command the crystal through Enochian script. No demon is too powerful for me to summon, even if I cannot keep it here forever.
But the process is slow, because I can see the summoning isn't complete.
Do you really think you can stop me before then?
Oh yes, I do. You don't understand what power is for. You wield it stupidly, arrogantly, and now you will pay the price.
Ha! Dimension shift! Enjoy! Rigastoraima!
Okay, so let's switch out a dimension shift for 8-bit fireball.
Tisserate!
Okay. Just eat all of the rice balls. Okay. That's a lot. Oh, welcome Jellycat to the, I think, final boss? How was stream? Ouch. Did a lot of digging. It is kind of fun to do, isn't it? Ouch. Man, this boss is annoying. Makes you want to play Minecraft for sure. At some point, we definitely should anyways. It sounds like a lot of fun to do with the whole VCats crew and such. There we go. This is gonna be a second phase thing, isn't it? Ah, great. Ouch. Yeah. This is... Oh, this is horribly designed. I've seen that kind of boss concept done well. It's just not very common. The biggest problem is that it also takes place immediately after another boss. Let's see. I think in this case, what I need is a fighter to help do additional damage. That looked unfair? Oh, it was. A lot of this, actually, is starting to get into unfair territory.
So
Because there's a lot of moves that this particular phase already does that you don't have any time to react to. Also, apparently that has some lingering frames. Time to just consume a bunch of rice balls. Okay. There's a lot of this. All the jelly donuts, pretty much. In this fight, it's just high damage, like, movement spam.
No choice. Fail.
So, here we are at the other phase again. Let's see if we can do better this time. It also doesn't help that when you start this phase, it's not immediately obvious that, no, you can't attack this thing. That thing that it shows you. That's not a damageable thing. That thing up there is. Or I guess all of the heads are. Because the heads appear to be random. Oh, I guess you can't touch the heads, and that's the thing. But it's also really hard to hit this. Okay, that really gave me a chance to react. Not. I guess she switched heads now. How am I supposed to dodge this?
You leave me no choice.
Oh, okay. Can you at least give me a chance to react to these moves? Hmm.
I give you death!
You just have to know that you can dodge that, I guess.
Disarray!
Okay.
You leave me no choice.
I am out of healing options. And the hitboxes for this boss are not the greatest. This is actually awful. It's really a shame, too, because most of the bosses in this game are really well made, difficult, but you can usually understand why you're taking damage. This one you cannot. I need to see if I can get, like, a level up for my familiar or something.
Dimension shift! Dimension shift! Dimension shift!
Then again, if there's one thing that Castlevania games,
Dimension shift!
and, you know, since this is by the guy behind the Igavania stuff, but the one thing that those frequently get wrong is the final boss. The final boss is usually too much,
Dimension shift!
as is the final area. I find that quite often they cram too much stuff in and have little regard for whether it's fun to fight. At least there's no gauntlet before the final boss, so that would have just been like a 0 out of 10 right there. I've had some bosses, like some games where the final boss is behind a huge gauntlet,
It's... So, what'll it be?
and that is always like the worst.
I'll go with this.
Okay, so we got him a little more powerful. The only game I played is called like this. I've played as Icy, which is a Vania style game with Stanny Parable narrative, and it was hard. The thing is, these games can get really hard, but I find that oftentimes
I'll go with this.
they're not, like, horrible?
You have to...
I've seen some of these Metroidvanias that have absolutely just bonkers difficulty for no reason. I understand that there's like a market for challenging games, but I'm not used to this playstyle. I am used to it, but that doesn't exactly mean that I am good at it. Because the one thing about this kind of game is that combat is always incredibly simple. There's one attack button, and everything else is basically dodging. I think Subspace Emissary is also a very different beast. Because while it's similar, it's also not exactly similar enough. Because there's a lot of movement coverage in most Smash moves, as opposed to how it's like in Metroidvania, where you usually only have the basic swing, and rarely much more than that. Though some of them will give you like a magic move or two to work with. Okay. So probably should save with my ranged option here.
So
Okay. Ouch. That is such an annoying move. Just gotta eat all of those right there. That is a really hard move to avoid in this fight. She uses it again in like the next phase and it's significantly easier. This fight is not going anywhere near as good as the last one was. Oh, so it can still hit me. That's fun.
You leave me no choice. Fail!
Oh,
To my
dear.
side.
It's funny, I had a very similar, like, this isn't good feeling with, Devil May Cry 1, actually. Because Devil May Cry 1's final boss is not good. It's kind of tanky, kind of uninteresting.
Repent.
It's also hard, yes, but hard in, like, a rather uninteresting way, I guess, is the way to put it. I also wish that this wasn't moving me all around.
Perish!
Okay. Okay, the platform is not the greatest for this.
You leave me no choice.
Also with the lava, that's not very good either. Ugh. The whole constantly moving arena, kind of hard to predict hitboxes of the heads and everything else. This is not a good boss. I know I've said that before, but this is a very bad design. I've got basically everything I can manage without spending several hours on just trying to get all of the things I need to make more food. Do I think that I'll feel better about it when I win? No. There is no redeeming that one. It's that level of bad. That's one that even just looking at it from another perspective, I'm pretty sure it would still look awful. There's too many factors into just what makes it bad. Can this move stop being used? Oftentimes when I'm upset about having a tough time in the game, the success at the end makes me feel like I earned it. That can be the case for me, but I don't know, there's just so many parts about this that even on paper it looks like an awful idea. Because some of the things like, some of the aspects of each of these fights, if you list them off individually, they don't sound too bad. But the further you get into that list, the more it's just like, okay, this is obnoxious. How does that hit from behind her? Well, at least I'm only just now getting into my potion supply. I wish I could skip this cutscene, but I can't. Yeah, have a good nap, Poppy. Hello, Huno. How are you?
Hello there.
We're at the final boss, and it is terrible.
Tisserray.
Doesn't look that bad.
Tisserray.
Really, it starts to get bad when you understand more of what's going on. 'Cause if the platforms don't agree with you, you get this happening.
No choice.
All dependent on if the platforms decide to even bother helping you out or not. Not to mention, you're constantly being shifted around. Like, no joke, if I stand still, it moves me around the arena constantly. And the hitboxes for these heads is anything but predictable. Well, here's for another attempt. Not to mention, you have to go through a particularly annoying boss battle before this, so you're already drained of resources, because everyone loves that in a final boss fight. Oh dear. I don't mean to sound so annoyed with it, it's just, it's really annoying. I wonder if this is a thing where, like, I'm not able to actually deal proper damage to it. If you can find a safe spot to stand on the heads when the lava... You can't stand on any of the heads. The heads are not possible to stand on at all. You can only stand on the platforms, and the platforms seem to appear with, like, really weird movement, at least for... Okay, why are you so active to start with? Well, thank you, Silver Knight. That didn't even hit me. Oh, this move again. What? It'd be in the world, I think. Okay. Now I've just got... I've still got some of my food items. I just need to not take a whole bunch of damage. Hello there. That one I ran into. Yeah, this boss is kind of hard to hit until it stops moving.
I give you death!
And I wouldn't really consider myself a very great player either. Okay, give me time to react to that move. Why am I moving in one direction like that? Any info on how much HP this guy? No. This game doesn't let you know how much HP something has until you've defeated it.
Perish!
Yeah, it's something that... Okay. Why did I not jump there? It's something that a lot of these Igavania games have, actually. A lot of them don't let you see the enemy HP. Basically, after you defeat an enemy, you can see how much HP they have total, but you'll never be able to see how much they have in a fight. Except for, like, the really old Castlevania games.
I give you death! Repent.
So you need to count how many damage you've done and subtract it from the total HP? Yep, and if you wanted to be able to be accurate, you'd have to be able to do it on the fly. Also, the potions suck in this game. Oh. I didn't expect it to stop moving.
Perish!
Oh, finally. Ugh. I don't like it when a final boss is not fun to fight. And that was definitely not fun. Yeah, that should be the end of the game, hopefully.
Dominique. She could have done so much good, but...
Ugh.
I know.
Wait. The Liber Logaeth.
The book that started it all. What are you going to do with it?
The same thing the Master was trying to do. Before he died, he inscribed Enochian letters onto each of the castle's structural weaknesses. Now, I will use the book to perform a rite here at the heart of the castle. The rite will activate the Enochian script and send the castle and demons back from whence they came.
So that's what Alfred was trying to accomplish.
We need to begin. Stand back, Miriam.
You weren't holding that book properly. At least we're done with the game. To be honest, I would say that this game is a really good game. I do think that its final, like, bits are not very good, though. It's not very good at capping things off in a way that's satisfying.
Yes. You've made the world right again.
Not without sacrifice. Jeeble, Alfred, Zongetsu.
Jeebel's fate was already sealed. There was nothing you could have done. And the Master and Zangetsu made their own choices. They fought gladly and proudly for what they believed in. Lives like theirs deserve to be celebrated.
True. And demons still remain in this world. We can grieve later, after finishing the last of them off.
That reminds me. The Master took note of how I was forestalling your corruption and suggested some improvements. I think I might be able to stop the crystal from overtaking you permanently.
Really?
I can't make any promises, but yes, I think.
Well, thank you, Johannes.
You're very welcome. Come on, let's go home.
I like the pronunciation of Miriam in English lots more than the German pronunciation. Now I understand how parents call their kids like that with good intents. How would it be pronounced in German exactly? This is a learning opportunity for me.
All right.
Glad you enjoyed most of it, though. Yeah, I enjoyed most of the game. Most of the game was really well done. I feel that, like... honestly, starting with about the, not the final, but, like... third to final area, it started to go downhill. And then, when we got to the final area, it just flew off the rails. Like, I had some issues. The I are, like, pronounced more. Miriam. Yeah. Miriam. Miriam? But yeah, like, I think it was around the desert area the game started to get a little cheeky with its difficulty. Things were doing too much damage and it was kind of obnoxious, but the game was still fun enough. But in that final area, that ice area, all like Zangetsu was a hard fight, but it felt fair. Then there was, I already forgot her name, the demon lady. She wasn't really a fun fight, because she fights like death in Castlevania, but like she also has laser beams that are really hard to dodge in, like, together with the scythe abilities that Death in Castlevania already had. I guess the way to put it is a lot of that boss's moves complemented each other too well, and how they didn't leave enough openings. As for Dominique and her second phase, Dominique's fight itself isn't too bad. I feel like some of its attacks need to be dialed back a little bit. Well, honestly, only 2 moves. The big laser beam and the, like, the beam of light that fires in, like, 3 or 5 shots. That both of those moves need some work. They're a bit too much for the amount of movement you have in this game, I feel. I don't know those words, but I will keep those in mind because, you know, as learning German, you gotta learn it eventually, yeah? But I imagine it will be an interesting experience once I do learn those. But yeah, so one of the things I said was that after we beat this game, we're gonna play Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. However, I did not realize until later that next Monday is actually my birthday. Or death day, you know, ghost. But, so what we're going to do is we will continue the plan of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, but next Monday we'll actually be playing a game that I have managed to be able to get to work thanks to PlayStation 1 emulation finally being a thing. I'll also be starting Monday's stream a lot earlier than normal, because the particular game in question is short enough that I could easily beat it in one stream. So we're going to do just that. We're gonna beat an entire game, one that is pretty special to me, in probably like 4 hours. But, yeah, if there's one thing that I will say for this game, is that I do still hope that, I do hope that there is a sequel and that there is more. Because even though this game is rough around certain edges, there are a lot of things that I really like about this game, and I think that if more time was spent into making this a series and, you know, expanding on the issues of previous entries, they could eventually make a honestly amazing game. I may not have liked the final parts of this game, but it almost certainly has the potential to be an amazing, like, Igavania. Reisig would be gigantic. Meyer? Meyer. And Braunhof? Would be at the train station. But sorry, this is like kinda not what you're talking about. Oh, it's perfectly fine. I can hold multiple conversations. I have to. I work at a gas station and have to manage 3 registers at a time. Or at the same time. Which, by the way, I don't mind working 3 registers at the same time if everyone, you know, isn't a pain in the butt to work with. Because if everything moves smoothly, it's kind of fun, actually. If everyone uses their cards, or if only one person uses the, what's it? Regardless. I'm used to multitasking. Too interested in teaching, you'll learn those words soon. Well, hey, at the very least, I've got, like, you and... Oh, shoot, I don't remember their name, but there's another person who is a German speaker that has stopped by to help me out with learning the language, and I appreciate it a lot, honestly. It's been fun trying to learn a new language. And to think the only reason I got into this is because at some point, Jellycat suggested that I give it a try. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Sounds fun. Turns out it was fun. Also, this is a lot of names. Oh, they're usernames. Not all of them are names. Planning to learn Japanese well enough to teach English to Japanese people, possibly as a school teacher. Well, I think that's a noble goal. There is always need for more teachers in life. And in fact, one thing that I think when it comes to teachers is they don't get enough respect. The people who do teaching are doing, you know, really good stuff. I don't think I would know half the things I do if I was just told to learn it myself. And certainly in Japan, they apparently have terrible English course curriculum. Huh. Well, if you ever manage to snag a job like that, let me know how it turns out, because I wanna hear more about that, because that's interesting. Rob the Hermit. Bunny and Mouse. These are a lot of names. Wait a minute, oh crap, this is a Kickstarter game. I'm envious at people who have fun learning new languages, because I'd like to learn new languages, but I, 1, suck at that, plus 2, hate actual learning. Well, what's going on this screen? What? But the thing is, I'm not really good at the whole learning part either. What I do, however, is what I was setting up with Pokemon, where it's like, right now, I've got Duolingo. It's set to, what in the world? Huh. Well, I've got Duolingo. It's set up to help me learn German. I've got a few courses online. And I've also got a number of games that I'm super familiar with. Ones that I have played to death long, long ago. So I still have some idea of what to do. But I'm playing them this time in German. And I think that has been helping me a lot by making most of my learning experience very gamey. For example, in Germany we have English and French in school. Very good for your age in English, and absolutely suck in French. I mean, French is kind of a weird language from what I remember. I actually tried to learn French at one point. Way back. I think I was still in high school and Duolingo was like brand new stuff. But I remember giving it a shot. I also did a little bit of Spanish. And Spanish is fun. Spanish, I don't like fully get the gendered nouns thing, because, like, you know, what was it? It was like I actually don't remember if a table was supposed to be male or female now. It's been a while, but like your I, for example, it starts with an O, so that not starts with an O, it ends in an O, and therefore it is male. And anything that ends with an A is female, and it's just like, okay? What? At least it's easy to tell which, like pronouns and stuff you're supposed to use for that. Finished game? Yeah, I beat it. I did not like the final boss. It was not good. I think that it was a fun game. I liked most of it, but the final part of it is not at all fun. Like, the final 2, I guess 3 if you want to consider the Bale as a final boss separate from Dominique. But it's just like, there's so much wrong. Oh, have a nice night, Bulldog. In French, get that. Don't get is the grammar. How do I, one, build a sentence understanding in which tense I'm supposed to write? I don't know. I think it's similar enough. What's next? For tonight, that is actually it for tonight. However, what we will be doing is, this next Monday is actually going, in general, sorry. This next Monday is going to be my birthday, and we're going to do a game that is particularly special to me for that day. And we're going to be starting that stream earlier than normal. And we'll probably be able to beat it in exactly one stream. It's not going to take too much to do that, I think. Now, I can say that that after we do that particular stream, Mondays will be instead Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Because that's what we're doing for our next Monday game, and Wednesdays will continue to be Pokemon Shining Pearl in German until we end up finishing that. Let's see. I gotta make some edits to this. Bloodstained has been finished, which means we now have 14 games we have completed. Final Fantasy X is currently on hiatus. Pokemon Shining Pearl. I haven't done an edit to this document in a while. There we go. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to get back into Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It's been a long time since I've touched it. I wish this cough would go away, for real. But we'll be doing that. I'll probably learn how to parry only after we reach Monsoon, which means by that point I will get dumpstered. Because I remember the game being hard, but like, it's a fun game. So, shouldn't be too bad. It's one of those losing is fun kind of games, because it's just exciting. Now, for what we'll do when we finish Pokemon Shining Pearl, I'm not sure yet. Because I've got a list of games I want to try. And I've got an Oculus Quest 2 that's coming in on the 6th. What I was thinking of maybe trying to do, if I can, figure it out, is doing Resident Evil 4 VR for the next Wednesday game after Pokemon. No promises on that, however. But for now, I think it's time to do a nice little raid. We're gonna raid Sif. It's kind of been a bit since we raided Sif. Last time we did that, I think we had just finished Devil May Cry 5, in fact. But Hunao, Kishiru, Bulldog, Poppy, Jellycat, Gabe, thank you all so much for stopping by and joining me for this. And I'll see some of you on Wednesday, and others, well, I'll see you when I see you. I hope you all have a lovely day, and ciao.